Hi guys, so everywhere I go or whenever I listen to the radio, I always hear that, oh my God, the GNU is doing so well. Things are so much better now that the GNU was formed. The ministers are working so well. And I'm always confused. I don't know if it's me who is behind or uh, am I missing something? And trust me, today I'm coming with a pure heart. I'm here to have a conversation. I'm not here to bash anybody. I am not here to take sides. I'm not here to be biased. But I want to know, Bana, what has the GNU done? Or what is it doing for you? And I'm asking you at an individual capacity because I want each and every person to answer me from their experience, right? Looking at how things were before we voted and now, what has changed? What has changed in your community? I'm interested to know what has changed in your community, what has changed in your province, what has changed, right? Let's get into that and much more. My name is Zizipolo Pelwane. Thank you so much. Just before we get into it, guys, 1,000 subscribers in the bag. I'm so proud of each and every person that took their time and subscribed for me. Guys, thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Now, let's get into the GNU. As I said, I'm coming with a pure heart. I'm coming with a mind that's I want to learn, right? Like I'm not attacking anybody. So the GNU was formed on the 24th of June 2024. Today is let me just check the calendar. Today is Android. Okay, I'm trying to find the calendar here. Today is the 26th of August. So 24th of June, let's not count June. Let's say July, August. We're in what? August. So it's been less than 2 months, to be fair. It's been less than 2 months, to be fair. It hasn't been like a long time. Let's say maybe 6 months, where we can say they are not doing anything. It hasn't been that long. However, I think what is sparking this question to me, Ubana, what have they done? It's the narrative that's being pushed on the radio. If you do listen to the radio, on the interviews, on some of the podcasts as well, it's the narrative that they're trying to push, that the GNU is doing so well. So my question is always, Ubana, what are they doing? What have they done? It's better if they were saying to me, or if they were saying, you know what, we've got high hopes that things are going to get better. And it's even better if the GNU was saying, for example, these are our plans, right? I have not heard the plans of the GNU where I can say, oh my God, we've got hope of this and that. We are so excited. We can't wait. This is the time frame that they've given us. For example, they've given us 8 months. Oh my God, we're going to wait and see what's going to happen in 8 months. Nothing of that sort has been given to us. So my question is, and I'm asking this fair, and I'm asking this pure, what has the GNU done? If I'm missing something and I'm the one who's maybe a little bit behind, please educate me in the comment section. I'm here for it. So on this day, I was going to the shops and then I was listening to the radio. So this conversation of the GNU comes up and I'm like, yes, I want to listen to this conversation. So this person is an analyst, is talking to this radio presenter. So she's like, no, the GNU is doing so well. Things are so much better, right? Then she starts to talk about the exchange rate. And I've been following the exchange rate for quite some time, like since like 4 years ago, because I have PayPal. I downloaded my PayPal 4 years ago. So from 4 years ago already, I would transfer dollars from PayPal to my bank account. So I've been clued up about the exchange rate. When I started to download my PayPal 4 years ago, the exchange rate was like at 14 back at that time. It was at 14. It used to jump between 13, 14, and 15. Then in 2020, then 3 years ago, it started to go up. It went from between 15 and 16. And then last year, it just went from 17, it went to 18, you know. Then this year, before we voted, it was like strictly at 19, you know. But I am still against the narrative that says that the exchange rate is much, much better. And I am saying this, I am able to stand by this because I know what I'm talking about. It's not true. I want to tell you what the exchange rate says now. So $1 right now is to 17.7. All right? That is still not great, guys. In fact, 2 weeks ago, the exchange rate was sitting on 18.2. So it's like this. So when the GNU was formed, and they said if the ANC goes into a coalition with EFF and MK, then it's gonna crash the exchange rate. It's gonna crash the rand, which is fine, you know. Okay, I get that narrative. I'm okay with it. However, now that the GNU was formed, I didn't see the exchange rate dropping from 18 to like 14. Right? I would, if it dropped from 18 to 14, I would have said, wow. I would have really said, wow. Right? But it has not changed that much. So this narrative that the exchange rate is so much better, I mean, 2 weeks ago it was on 18, now it's on 17 point, what did I say? 17.7. When we voted, it was on 18 point, like, it has not changed. So, okay, fine. Let me go back to this person who said the GNU was doing wonders. Then this person goes ahead and says that, you know, people can start investing in South Africa. I'm not advising them to invest everything, but it's a good sign for them to invest like a few portions here. The markets are really good. It's been a long time since the market were like this. Okay, and you know, this could secure the future of their grandchildren as well. Wara. Okay, I'm listening to this conversation, and at the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, so this exchange rate, if you are poor and you don't have money, it's not gonna do anything for you. This exchange rate and the numbers and the wara, it's for people that have money. So if I own a 50 rand, you don't have 50 rand where you are. How is it off beneficial from to you? Right? And then there's this other podcast I like to listen, Mike's podcast. He said the other day, Ubana, imagine if the ANC went into a coalition with the EFF, imagine them wanting to nationalize our bank accounts, and own our money. Then again, I'm thinking to myself, okay, fine. Mna mntu ungenamali, unganayo ne-10 rand apha kum. So it doesn't matter most to me. Mna whether who is in charge, it's not benefiting me because in 10 and in millions. Right? So in whose favor is this working in? Who is threatened, right? Because when they're presenting it out, it's doomsday, it's the end, it's a wrong move, the country will collapse. But I think we're running away from the main conversation. Who this country that's collapsing, it's collapsing for who? Because thina bantu banganayo ne-10 rand, Noba kuphethe i-DA ne-ANC, which they're in government now, akho kwanto esiyifumanayo. Okay, let me rephrase because I said I'm not going to be unfair. I'm not going to be biased. Let me rephrase. So if in your, where you are, in your community right now, you didn't have water before voting, do you have water now? I want to hear that in the comment section. If you didn't have electricity, do you have electricity now? If there was no road, is there a road now? Right? If there's a high level of crime, is something being done? Is there even a conversation? The last time I saw the Minister of Police, just before we voted, Begicele went to the gang centers and had conversation with the community. I remember in Cape Flats, the people, they were saying, we do neighborhood watch ourselves. We've taken that we're gonna do neighborhood watch. But all we are asking from the government, can they at least give us a stipend, like a little something? Let's say maybe they say each month we're gonna give you 3,000. We are already doing the hard job. We are saving a lot of lives by neighborhood watch. Even if Umtu was gonna be robbed, raped, or whatever, we are there, and these people know us. So nothing ever happens when we are there. So all we're asking for is a stipend, right? Because they're saying no, there's not enough police, there's not enough vans. Fine, we are doing the work. So now my question goes to, right? Now that the DA and the ANC are in the GNU together, has there been a conversation that says, okay, fine, in our agenda, we want to look at crime at these high spots? Like, as we know, in Cape Flats, we know already that is a high level of crime. Now, there is crime, as we already know, but we know in Cape Flats, there's a high level of crime. We know there's a few places in Durban where there's high level of crime. Has there been that conversation that says, these first agenda, we're going to tackle these 10 high spots, right? Instead, now there is protection fee, right? Has there even one person or minister, okay, minister of police, I heard him speak the other day, but has there been a conversation where they're like, this is how we are planning to prevent it? We're not going to take action now, as in today, and stop the crime, but this is what we are planning to do. So that at least as the community, we are hopeful there's some action. Now, all I hear when they talk about GNU is money. All I hear is money. All I hear is investment. All I hear is profit. Who has money? Let's start there. Who has money? Right? So this GNU, who is it beneficial for? Who is it beneficial for? Yes, it's great. It's wonderful. But all I see is that the poor is getting poorer. The richer is getting richer. The middle class thinks that they are rich, but they can barely make ends meet. You know, when they pay their car, they pay their house, they've got nothing left in their bank account. That is the middle class. And the middle class thinks that they are rich, thinks that they have money to protect. What money? So I want to challenge you and ask this question. Do you think that the GNU is the best option? I was listening to JJ the other day, and he was rebuking Mike. That's fear mongering, man. The country will collapse if the other party is coming to the GNU. Recently, on Friday, Gayton McKenzie lied, right? He said that. Yeah. Gayton McKenzie said for Mzegelo on Friday, they were meeting with his ministers. He said, no, it's not right that people can't watch the rugby they have to pay for the expensive TV dondons to be able to watch, or DSTV. Now, I have spoken to SuperSport that there's a match that's going to play at the end of August, All Blacks and with Springboks, South Africa, rugby. So he said, I want that match to be televised on CBC1 so that everybody can watch, right? Hey! And they were clapping, hey! Oh my God! Kwichi, I think Saturday, the SuperSport released a statement saying that, nope, we have not had a conversation with Mackenzie. We have not agreed with anybody to broadcast. We have not agreed with any broadcaster that we're going to broadcast this exclusive match for everybody. Umuntu ofuna ubukela imatch ufuneka bhatale. So little why did Mackenzie lie? Right? Why did he lie? Like, why did he lie? I just don't understand. So, what has the GNU done? As simple things as watching a rugby game. For Mzekelo, if Mackenzie gets this right, and the All Blacks match gets broadcasted on CBC1, I will count that as a win. I will definitely count that as a win. Right? Because sonke siva uba unamali uvalelwe ngaphandle awuzukwazi ubukela. Ukubona. I mean, ukubona. So how is the GNU helping us on a serious note? This is a pure question. How is the GNU helping us? Or is it too early? If it's too early, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not judging it is too early. However, this question to me, or this conversation to me, is sparked by the fact that every time I hear people speaking about the GNU, they say things are much better. And let's talk about the load shedding. The load shedding is not solved by the GNU. Before we voted, the ANC was holding their ground with the electricity. We even said, no, it's going to come back. Which, anyway, load shedding has come back, but in a clever way. If you are living in the suburbs right now, you are not experiencing load shedding. I don't experience load shedding where I stay. But people experience this thing called load reduction, where the electricity leaves at 8 and it comes back like at 4. So hence I'm saying the poorer is getting poorer. The richer is getting richer. Not siyancamla because singache kwi-burbs. Right? But then, honestly, that's why I'm saying the middle class, which is us, I'm also in the middle class. We think that, oh my God, we have made it. We don't want to be associated with the poor. The challenges that the poor are going through. They as a schapazel, they don't. I don't know what kapazel is in English. It's not our problem. What if you lose your job, right? What if you lose your job right now and you can't afford to stay where you are staying and you have to go back to the township, right? And you have to go back to the township where you face load shedding, where you face high level of crime, where you face all these things. How are you going to feel? You are just middle class because you've got a salary. The minute you don't have that salary, you are no longer a middle class. So you should be very concerned at what is happening on the people at the township or at the rulers or wherever, because if you lose your job, you go back there. You go back there. Yeah, man. So you see that you are not safe. You are not safe. You are definitely not safe. And I find it very ignorant when you are the middle class and you think, oh my God, these things, they are not my problem. I find that very ignorant because they are very much your problem. Because the day you lose your job, where are you going to stay? Awuhlala kaloku babes ungenamali. So anyway, guys, this has been a lot of mumbling from me. But on a serious note, my question is to you: what has the GNU actually done for us? Or has done for you? If someone comes in my comment section and say the GNU has done 1, 2, and 3 for me, I'm gonna take that as a win. I'm gonna take that as a win. And whenever I speak about the GNU, I'm gonna say someone in my comment section told me that the GNU has done this for them. So I have not seen anything, but I'm not ruling out. I'm not saying they have not done anything. That's why I'm calling out on you guys to tell me what has it done for you as an individual, so that I can count that as a win. You know, if it has done 1 or 2 things for someone, you know, that is a win. That's definitely a win. So anyway, guys, remember what I said. I don't like making long videos. I really want to keep my videos short so that you can listen and move on. But yeah, let me know. I'm curious, right? Anyway, guys, if this is the first time you're seeing me, please press subscribe so that I can be motivated to come and make more videos for you guys and drop some content. And thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me. You know, as I said, that I'm not even in a better position to think I know better, because we all experience life differently, especially where we are in our communities. You know, so we've got different experiences. So for me, it's also more about learning from other people as well. We are also in different provinces. So, you know, I might be experiencing something like this in a different province. Someone else might not, you know. So yeah, let's just share some notes. Let's share some notes, and maybe I can learn a thing or two, right? Guys, aluta continua. That means the struggle continues. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys.